Before you watch this video, there's something you should know. Because the object in this story looks completely harmless. It's just a simple toy. A small cloth doll. But according to paranormal investigators, this doll has attacked people, moved on its own, and may even be controlled by something not of this world. And the most terrifying part, this story might actually be true. Welcome to Ghosty Stories. Tonight, we uncover the real story behind the Annabelle doll. Our story begins in 1970 when a young nursing student named Donna received a gift from her mother. It was a seemingly innocent Raggedy Ann doll. Donna appreciated the thought and placed the doll on her bed as a decoration. For a little while, everything was normal, but after a few days, strange things started to happen. Donna and her roommate, Angie, would leave the apartment in the morning, only to return and find the doll had moved. They would leave it sitting on Donna's bed, but later, they'd find it on the living room couch. At first, they thought it was just a funny prank. Maybe one of them moving it and forgetting. But the movements became more and more specific. Sometimes its legs would be crossed. Other times, its arms would be in a different position. On one occasion, they found it standing on its own, leaning against a chair, which was impossible for a soft cloth doll to do. They tried to rationalize it. Maybe the bed was jostled, causing it to fall. Maybe they just misremembered where they left it. But the strange events soon became much more disturbing and impossible to explain away. The two roommates started finding small pieces of parchment paper scattered around their apartment. On this paper were messages written in what looked like a child's handwriting. The messages said things like, "Help me," and "Help us." What made this so chilling was that neither Donna nor Angie owned parchment paper. They had no idea where it was coming from. It felt like someone, or something, was desperately trying to communicate with them from within their own home. Was it a joke, or was it a genuine cry for help? They contacted a psychic medium who told them the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins, who had died on the property long ago. The spirit told the medium she felt safe with Donna and Angie and wanted to stay with them. Feeling sorry for the little girl's spirit, the young women gave her permission to inhabit the doll. And that's when things took a truly terrifying turn. Their friend Lou hated the doll from the start. He told Donna it felt evil and that she should get rid of it. He wasn't a believer in the paranormal, but something about that doll deeply unsettled him. One night, while staying over at their apartment, Lou woke up suddenly from a terrible nightmare. He felt a strange sensation, like he was being paralyzed, unable to move. Looking down at his feet, he saw the Annabelle doll. It had somehow moved from the other room and was now slowly gliding up his leg. He felt an intense, burning sensation across his chest, as if he was being choked. The next day, when he was alone in the apartment, he heard a noise coming from Donna's room. Thinking someone had broken in, he went to investigate. The room was empty, except for the Annabelle doll sitting in the corner. As he approached it, he was suddenly overcome by an intense pain. He looked down at his shirt and saw it was torn. Underneath, there were 7 distinct claw marks, bloody and raw, as if he had been attacked by a wild animal. The terrifying thing was, the marks healed almost instantly, disappearing completely within 2 days, leaving no trace. Terrified and realizing they were dealing with something far beyond a child's spirit, Donna and Angie contacted the famous paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. After hearing the full story and examining the doll, the Warrens came to a chilling conclusion. They said there was no spirit of a little girl named Annabelle. That was a lie. Instead, they claimed the doll was being manipulated by an inhuman, demonic entity. This entity had never possessed the doll. That was impossible. Instead, it was using the doll as a conduit, a tool to create fear and chaos. Its ultimate goal wasn't to live in the doll, but to attach itself to a human host. By giving the spirit permission to stay, Donna and Angie had unknowingly invited this dark force into their lives. To protect the young women, the Warrens knew they had to remove the doll from the apartment immediately. Ed performed a blessing over the apartment and then took the doll with them. The drive home was one of the most dangerous of their lives. The doll, sitting in the back seat, seemed to affect the car's mechanics, causing the power steering and brakes to fail repeatedly on dangerous curves. Ed had to stop and sprinkle the doll with holy water just to make it home safely. Once there, they placed it inside a specially built glass case in their occult museum. On the front of the case, a stern warning is written. Warning, positively do not open. It remains there to this day, blessed regularly by a priest. It's said that even from within the glass, its influence can be felt. According to the Warrens, one young man who mocked the doll and banged on the case was killed in a motorcycle accident on his way home that very day. Coincidence or something far darker? Today, the real Annabelle doll still sits locked behind that glass, a seemingly harmless toy with a terrifying history. While the movies took creative liberties, the core story of the moved doll, the mysterious notes, and the attack on Lou comes directly from those who experienced it. And some people believe that case should never, ever be opened. Because if the stories are true, whatever is tied to that doll might still be waiting. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the paranormal, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story.